Behold, the world's greatest mob spawner! Hey everybody, this is Kaboom, and today I wanted to make a little bit of a different video. Today's video is about mob spawners. There are two things I love, and that it's Minecraft Legends and mob spawners. Mob spawners is what really got me into this game. They are so awesome. It's like a creative way to get resources and to be able to do it effectively, efficiently, and fun. And one of the things that I've found is that, let me switch my perspective. One of the things that I have found is that Minecraft, you'll get someone who makes something in Minecraft, and then you'll get somebody who improves on that thing in Minecraft. And that is one of the coolest things about Minecraft is the engineering and the different, just the building aspect. And people like, oh hey, this is these are not supposed to be there. Let me get rid of these real quick. I was trying to light this thing up, and then I was like, oh, I'll just drink a night potion. Because this thing is pretty dark. When the night potion goes off, I'll show you guys probably here in a little bit. But this here is a design that I came up with. All of this is being ran off of one water source at the very top of this world. This here, this water source will go down and will work each layer of the platforms, pushing the mobs off. And this is all adjustable. It's run off of a single etho clock that turns the water source block there on and off to allow the water to flow down. And what this is replacing is, if you have built any kind of mob spawners in the past, you'll know that what normally is built is this over here. Whee! This right here. This right here is what was, I would say, the first rendition, the first version. I'd call this 1.0. I'd call that 2.0. The reason why I decided to design this was because this here, though it seems like a really good design, you can have lag issues in a world. Especially if you're on a Hermitcraft server and you have a bunch of people on there, and you have, let's say you got, you're a hermit who has 4 of these going from bottom to top of the world, and each layer relies on the layer below it. So the water here comes out and it triggers this observer block. That observer block sends out a redstone signal to this dispenser, and this dispenser shoots out water. That water then triggers the observer block above it, and it just goes one to another. And in theory, that is awesome. In theory, the problem is you have ticks and timings and all this other stuff. And if you get one layer where the water doesn't dispense correctly, you'll end up with a bunch of layers that have water on them and a bunch of layers that don't have water on them. And so I thought to myself, how could I fix this? Also, there's a lot of redstone that's involved in this. There's a lot of materials that are needed for each observer, for each dispenser, for each bucket of water. And if you've ever built one of these and run one of them, and you go in and try to fix this, if you're having problems with like one layer's waterlogged and another layer's not, and it just destroys the whole output of your mob spawner. If you've ever had that issue, you know that when you go in to mess with these, all you have to do is accidentally put a block in the wrong place, or accidentally make one water supply go off, and then it triggers all of them above, and it can be so frustrating. So that's why I came up with this, most humbly call the greatest mob spawner design in the world. Okay, maybe not. That could be argued, but it's simple. It's easy. It runs off of one bucket of water. It's redstone lag friendly. If you have a problem with your timer, you only have to go up here and reset the timer, and bam, you're back in business. And it takes less than a minute. You don't have to go to every layer. Oh man, this has been such an awesome way to build mob spawners. So let me show you guys real quick how to build this, because it's not real hard at all. Once you learn how to build one layer, you just repeat it. The only thing you have to remember is that if you build one of these on this side, your next layer has to be built on a different side, because that has to do with the water flow going down to the next layer. So if it's built there, I just offset them. It's the easiest way to do it. But if you wanted to be creative and go like here, and then on your next layer go here, and then on your next layer go here, that would be really cool. It would probably look like a DNA helix molecule structure, which I would, I would think that would look pretty cool. It has me it has me thinking about just even trying to do it in my own personal survival world, just because I think cosmetically that would be really neat. But this video is not about that. This is about just the easiest way to build a mob spawner, this mob spawner in your world. So let me show you how to do that. Again, super simple. Here is a simple repeatable layer. I didn't put any half slabs up here, so I've got mob spawning. But in your final build, you'll want to put your roof at a level that prevents these guys from spawning. So let me show you how to build this. Let me get rid of these guys. Oh, looks like I'm losing my night potion, so once it goes away, there it goes. See how dark that is? Well, it is night, but see how dark that is? Let me set the day. All right, so see how dark that is? It has to be that dark, and the reason why it is because I put that roof over the top, and I'll get into that, some of the dimensions on that later. But that keeps this thing usable during the day, because of the new spawning parameters. You have to have a 0 light level. And so when you build this roof over the top, it will cause all these layers to be spawnable, which is basically dark enough. But I wanted you guys to see it, so that's why I drank a night potion, so you guys could see it better. All right, so let me fix this here, and then I will show you guys how we build this. Okay, so when building this, you would definitely want to be sure that you build this thing 30 blocks or higher than the bedrock, so that you can put a collection system down here, or you could put a killing section down here. On this video, I actually have another video. It's called the Kaboom killing chamber, and you can add it to the center here. And what it will do is it will kill these spiders, so the string will drop down into the collection area. But the spiders won't get clogged in this area down here. They'll die. You won't get the XP, but it'll increase the other mobs' spawning rate, so that you can get more mobs coming in. So sometimes that whole system will get clogged with spiders. Click on the link in this description to watch that video. I'm not going to add this to this video because the video gets too complex and too complicated. And this is such a simple design. I just really want to keep it that way. And I feel like adding more things will just make it more difficult to understand overall. So I will link that video at the end of this video, so that if you guys are interested in that, because I do believe it is a really good upgrade to have. And it really helps with, let's say, killing these little squids here and killing spiders. Because it'll be hitting that cactus and dying, and this right here, what's happening, will not happen. Again, I will put the video at the end of this video as the recommended video, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Don't do it now. Wait till the end, and then go to that video, and you will be able to see the Kaboom killing chamber, which is something I came up with. I'm really excited about, because it really helps with this pesky spider issues. But to this video, we're going to show you how to build this. It is basically this section here. The bottom and the top are the same, the section, how many of these you have is expandable. So you want to have 10, you want to have 1, you want to have 5, however many sections you want to have, you can have. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are up 30 blocks. And this will be the layer that has our area that collects the water. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build that later. I want to build the middle section first. So we're going to go up 4 more blocks. And this will be our first layer that has our first mob spawning platform. So you'll want to come here and you want to build 7 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to do this off all 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have this first layer here. This is our first spawn platform. Now, we're gonna go and build the next layer. So we're gonna do 4 up. Now, I'm not gonna go into a bunch of detail on this, but this design is changeable. Like, you could change this to be a creeper farm if you wanted. If you guys are interested in knowing those things, like if you'd be interested in me showing you how to build this as just a creeper farm, hit that like button. If we could get 1,000 likes on this video, I will do a efficiency test on the timer, and I will show you how to do this in a creeper farm version, which is very interesting. But for this video, we're going to do this so that skeletons, zombies, and creepers all spawn in, and even endermen, but the water source, when it hits, causes endermen to freak out and they, teleport away. So we're going to go 4 blocks high. On the 4th block, it's going to be our next platform. And we're going to do the same thing we did down here. We're going to go 7 blocks off, and we're going to build this platform. Okay, so now we have our 2 layers built, and what's going to happen, as you can see over there, is the water is going to hit right here. When the water source hits there, it will go out to all 4 corners. We're going to pick one of the corners. It doesn't matter. It can be any one of these corners, whichever corner you prefer. As long as on the next layer that you build, it's on the opposite side. That's the only thing. That's the only requirement. So we're going to pick this corner right here. We're going to come over here. We're going to break that block. So that water, when it hits this edge, it's going to flow down to that next layer. What we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to build this up like this. And then we're going to need to put signs right here. And that's going to cause that water to stay in the column. It's going to keep the water here. And then you're going to come down here. And you're going to have a block right there. You're going to need to put a block there, so this is too high. And then you're going to put in a sign. Now, the back half, you'll see these 2 columns running up. Those 2 columns are running all the way up because my original design, I had these open like this. And it'll work. Like, the water will flow over here, it'll go down, and it'll go to the next layer. But what I found was this spot right here would spawn mobs in. So I put half slabs. Then I found that sometimes the mobs would fall and they would get stuck right here on this edge. So to fix this problem, I decided that you just take this and make it all one column. No mobs will get stuck on top and no mobs will spawn in. And you also see how the mobs are falling through here. Because you could put a block here instead of a sign. What would happen though is you would have mobs that would get stuck on this block. And as you saw, when you don't have a block here and you have a sign over here, this opens up this area for the mobs to fall down. So this really helps with the efficiency and the overall productivity of your mob spawner. Now, once you have this area built with your signs the way they're supposed to go, then you're going to come in here and you're going to build this up to there. You want this center block exposed, so your water is going to hit here. And the mechanics of water, you guys get out of here, you're too loud. The mechanics of water, see that when this drops, it's like it says, oh, you're a new source block. So I'm able to go 8 blocks in every direction. And so when the water hits here and makes this turn, it says, oh, it's a new water source. I can go 8 blocks. Bam. The water drops here. It's like, oh, I'm a new water source. I can go 8 blocks. And that's how this is the mechanics behind how you can do this with 1 water block. So let's get rid of this so we can clear it out. Now we're going to fill this in all the way out so that our water doesn't spill off the sides. Nice little column. And the good part about this is this area right here, when it's dry, it can spawn mobs. Skeletons, creepers, or zombies and creepers, I think, in this 2 spot area can spawn. So this is actually spawnable area. This is all spawnable area. So the only area that's not spawnable is this row and this row. That's all you're losing between layers. So now we're going to check this out. We're going to remove this block and we're going to put our source block. And now you'll see that the water flows, comes down this area, out to the next area. Bam! Now you're feeding 2 layers with 1 source block. And so now on this layer, I would repeat this next layer up here. Let's say this was the area I wanted to build on the next one. Well, that means I'm going to put this box right here. So this would be the next side I would need to build on so that I'm not messing with this. And I would just come in here and start building this area here like this. And then you get your signs. 1, 2, 2. And then you want to remember to put your sign right here. Oops, not there. Right there for the water flow. And then you can build up like this. And this will allow you to build your next level. And then you want to get over here and you want to be sure to put the different block. This is going to allow you to know, oh, okay, this is what I need to build off of. This is your keystone or cornerstone block for the whole build. So as long as you continue that up all the way, you should have no problems. And now you know, oh, I got to build 7 off of this. Bam, you got it. Now you just fill it in. So this is the next layer complete, and as you can see, this is just repeating from edge to edge to edge. I did put a sign in right here because this would be the next layer, like this would be the side that you're building this thing on. So, you know, this sign is that sign here with this layer repeated. But as you can see, oh, let me drink, you can't see. As you can see, now that I've drank my potion, that's basically what's happening all the way up to the very, very top. And we're going to go up there and dress that top here in a minute. But I'm going to show you how to build part of the top down here. That section there, I'm going to show you how to build this here. Which is actually going to be the water source. So let's cover this water, let it go away. Again, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. This fourth one is going to be the area that has our water source block in it. And then this layer up here is actually going to get built out the same size. And then we're going to put a roof over it. So let's go 7 out from every block, from the center. Let's go 7 out from the center block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is going to be the area where we build our etho timer clock, which is that right there. To build the etho timer clock, you will need the following resources. You're going to need 2 sticky pistons. You're going to need 3 pieces of redstone dust, 1 redstone block. You're going to need 2 hoppers and 2 comparators. And that's really the going to be the hardest things. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's 3 sticky pistons. I forgot. You need 1 for right here. So this sticky piston is going to open up, and it is going to be where the water source block sits. Right here. When this opens and closes, it will turn the water for the water source block on and off. So let me get rid of that. So we're going to put a piece of redstone dust. Oh, that's not redstone dust. Redstone dust here. Block there. And then you're going to put a piston facing into the redstone block. And then you're going to skip that block, and you're going to put your other redstone piston right there. This is what's going to push the piston back and forth, turning the system on and off. And you're going to come back here right behind the redstone, and you're going to put a block, and then you're going to squat and put a hopper going into the block so that the hopper is facing this way, and then you're going to put another hopper. So now the hoppers are kissing, and they're going into each other. You're going to want that so that the items that you put in the hoppers go back and forth. As they're going back and forth, they're going to be sending a comparator signal out. So you're going to put comparators out of both sides there. And then you're going to put, oh, oops, not there. Then you're going to put the comparator out the side into a block like that. And then you're going to put redstone dust behind here and 1 behind here. And that is the etho clock. It's pretty simple, pretty creative. And it will allow us to make our water open and close as much or as fast or as slow as you want. And when you do the big design like that, I think I've got this set right now to where I have 5 platforms that are open for spawning at all times, and that that water will move. If you want to have more platforms, and you want, if you guys, again, if you like this video, if this video is helpful, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. If you could do me a big favor, hit that like button. If I can get 1,000 likes, I will do another video on this one, going into different timings on the hopper. What works? What's the best? Was it faster, slower, medium? But for this video, we're gonna do 1 stack. 1 stack. I have found that 1 stack, you need. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be blocks. It could be dirt. As long as it's a stack of 64. I have found that to be pretty good overall. And for this video, we're going to do that. So now this is all ready to go. This is it. We just have to build this chamber here to catch the mobs that are falling off. And this thing is pretty much ready to go. Okay, so now to build the capture chamber. So we are going to go 12 blocks off of this center block. So 12 blocks off of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to do this off of each side. Okay, so now we have our blocks 12 by 12 by 12. No, this doesn't have to be diamond. This isn't the most expensive mob spawner ever. I only did the diamond and smooth stone because it has these lines, and it's easier to count things when they have the line. So you could use smooth. You can use cobblestone. It doesn't have to be a highly expensive and precious stone in the game. It can be anything. It's just using it so it's easier to see, easier to count for the tutorial. But now we're just going to fill this in like we did above. So we have the stair stepping going on. So let me do that real quick and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so now we have our platform built, 12 out from all these corners, and then we have it filled in with the stair step. Then you're going to come over and you're going to knock out the very last block on every corner. Now that you have all the very tippy top blocks knocked out, now you can build this up 2 blocks high around the whole perimeter, around the whole edge of what you just built. Okay, now we've filled in around the whole perimeter with 2 blocks. We're going to go up into these little corner end point areas that have 3 blocks wide, and we're going to go block, 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 and block, 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 and block, block, block. All right, great. Now we have all our corners in. Now this is very important. You're gonna need, if you don't have a lot of water buckets and stuff, make a water source here in the middle. Basically, you just need to have, oops, not that, don't do that. You need to have 2 water sources going into each other. And if you played Minecraft, you know this. So, but if you haven't, you need a water source there and a water source there. And now you can collect from this center source, and it will just create infinite water for you. But we're in creative mode, so we don't need it. So I'm going to get rid of this. So you're going to come to your corners, and each one of these is going to need its own bucket of water. Just like that. That will flow down, and it will stop right there. We're going to do that on each corner. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, once you've done that, you'll end up with this pattern. In each one of these should have a line going like this up to the corner. So what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this line up. We're going to knock that block out. Then we're going to put a block here and a block here. And now we're going to have this little block that's exposed now, and we're going to put a bucket of water on it. And that will fill in this edge so that you have everything that falls in here will get pushed down here to the killing chamber. And then you're just going to go around to each corner and do that. Bam. So just follow it up, knock it out, add a block, add a block, add a water. There you go. So now you have your area, your funnel area, everything that falls down, like that over there. Everything that gets pushed down will fall right into this area. And these will, all those guys, look at all of them drop. They will all get pushed into this area. And this area, you will knock it out. And then you'll build your whatever you want to do down here. If you want to be a passive spawner, then you'll build this high enough that they'll die on the drop. And you can add whatever you want to do, cactuses or lava, hoppers, whatever you want to do down there, just fall damage. Or you can build a chamber where they only drop so far, and then they're available for you to kill with a sword and get the XP. So you can turn it into an XP grinder if you want. The options are all limited, all the options are unlimited and available to do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to turn this into. Now, we have one last thing to talk about, and that is the roof. The roof is interesting. So, you see how this guy spawned up here? So, you have two options. You can either cover this in half slabs, which is what I did up there, or you can build, let me get some slabs. You can build your roof, and make sure you build it at this height, right on top of a full block, because if you build it at this height, mobs will spawn on this. So you don't want this, you want this. You want it to be right on top of a full block. With it being a half slab like this, no mobs will spawn up here. This is now an unspawnable spot. Down here, you have a block and a half. The only issue with this that I've ever found is you may have a spider spawn up here. So if you want to make sure that this is unspawnable, you can half slab it, or you can add a light. That also help keep things unspawnable. But we're just going to be extra safe, and we're going to cover all this layer with a half slab. And you could actually do this, cover all that with half slabs, cover this with half slabs, and that's going to prevent any mobs from spawning up here if you do this like this. But to keep this area down below dark like that, as you can see without the night potion on, to get that, you're going to have to build 24 out from each direction, just like we did here. You got to do 24. So this would be your center block, and then you go 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, let's redo this. So this is your center block, and now we're gonna build our roof off of here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So you're going to build this off of every corner, off of this layer right here. So 24 off of every corner, off of this layer right here. And that's going to keep from any mobs spawning up here. No spiders, no creepers, no zombies, nothing. This is all now spawn proof. And that's going to make everything dark. So let me go up here. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like after it's filled in. And so this up here is the 24 by 24 off of this center point here. So, and then once you fill it in, it's going to be a nice canopy. It's going to bring your light levels down to 0 in this area here. If you look right here, I'll put an arrow where it says client light 0. Here, let me set it to day real quick. So we're set on day, and you can see here the light level is 0. If you come out, you see right here 1 and 0. So if you have any light, if this is a 1, no mobs will spawn. If it's a 0, you can have mobs spawn. So as you can see right here on this area is 0 going all the way around. When you get out here, there's light. So that's what this roof does. It makes this mob spawner work during the day. So guys, this has been the video. I'm just going to show you real quick how this kind of works. You see them all. Yeah. So you got to be away if you're gonna AFK at this and make it a passive spawner where all these guys drop down and die and get collected in hoppers. You're gonna want to get about halfway. I think it's 120 between 30 blocks and 120 blocks. Mobs will spawn. So if you're doing this, you'll want to like get 30 blocks away and be halfway in there between whatever you're spawning. That's going to get you maximum numbers. If you want to just kill the mobs for XP, then you're going to want to go all the way down to the very bottom. It will slow the spawn rates, but they're pretty good overall. And I'll do a lot of that testing. Again, hit the like button, please. It really helped this video get out to other people. I think this is a really cool and easy design. It's server friendly, it's redstone friendly, it's resource friendly, and I would argue the best mob spawner ever created. Just kidding. I think it's a pretty good mob spawner design overall, especially early game when you don't have a lot of resources. And then if you add on the Kaboom kill chamber, man, it takes care of spiders, and it just makes it more efficient overall with these pillars on the side. And I would put this up against just the normal mob spawner over there. We can run some tests if you guys are interested. I love running mob spawner tests. I have an old YouTube channel where that's all I did is I ran distance tests and stuff like that. And I enjoy doing these things. There's two things I enjoy: Minecraft Legends and mob spawners. Those are the two things I really enjoy in Minecraft. And so if this video was helpful, if you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Please share with your friends. And as always, by God's grace, have a great day. This is Kaboom. I will see you in the next one. Bye.